Good morning, my name's Owen.
I'm Harrison.
And today we're doing the Roman River Valley Walk. So good morning, it's a bit of a bleak day. Sorry about some of the audio quality. It might be a bit difficult for a few minutes throughout the start of this video. We're getting some of the horrible weather from Wales just dispersing over our part of the country in Essex at the moment. It was raining earlier and it was predicted to rain throughout the day, but it looks like as the sun's going to pop up a bit better, it's going to brighten up a bit more, it's going to burn off some of those clouds, and we're going to get some nice pretty views today. So we're going to try and show you as much of that as possible. We're currently walking down Grimes Dyke at the moment, which is an old Celtic defence, and we sort of covered a little bit of Grimes Dyke back on our Centurions Patrol training walk in preparation for our Essex Way 2020 challenge, but now we're sort of following on the tail end of today's walk. We're heading on towards the zoo. So what we're going to do is tell you a little bit about the route today of today's walk and then pick up again once we get to the zoo. Today's walk is a medium difficulty walk that I wouldn't recommend to any beginners, and it's 30 kilometres in distance. It starts at Colchester, then goes out to Colchester Zoo, Birch, Leomani Tower, Birch Green, Leia, St Andrews, back to the Roman River Mill, up to Gosbecks, and then back up to the start at Colchester. The first 2 kilometre leg of the walk gets us from Colchester to Colchester Zoo. Then there's a 3 kilometre leg from Colchester Zoo to Birch, a 6.5 kilometre leg to Leomani Tower, a 3 kilometre leg from Leomani Tower to Birch Green, a 7 kilometre leg from Birch Green to St Andrews Church, a 4 kilometre leg from St Andrews Church to the mill at the Roman River, a 3.5 kilometre leg from the mill to Gosbecks, and then a final 1.5 kilometres back to the start point in Colchester. We've just reached our first checkpoint at the zoo. It's really windy. I can hardly hear Harrison just walking along, so I can't bear to imagine what it's like for you guys having to listen over a camera. So I'm not going to make you bear it too long. I'm going to cut the cameras and just talk a little bit about the zoo once we get into a bit of break and cover from the wind. Just pressed on a bit further from the zoo. As you obviously just saw, it was super windy, but we've got a bit more protection from the wind here, so you can hear us a bit better. And we've just come to a barn just outside of the Roman River Valley. So we've gone down the valley, back up again, and Harrison is our resident expert on Colchester Zoo, so he's going to tell you 3 facts about it.
Yeah, so it was founded in 1963, so it's been a staple part of Colchester for over the last 50 years. One of probably the most significant collections in the UK, if not Europe and the world. And recently had a birth of a new rhino cub, so it's so important in global breeding programs.
So there we are. See, we've only just hit our first checkpoint of today's walk, and we're hitting the ground running with some of the most amazing attractions in all of the UK. Unfortunately, we can't stick around it too long because we're running tight for time today. We've only really got 8 hours of sunlight, and we've got another absolute heck of miles to go through. So we're going to crack on with that, and we'll see you at the next checkpoint. So we've just now arrived at Birch, at the old disused church here. and we've just been having a look around the graveyard at some of the gravestones. What was one of the graves we saw back there, Harrison?
Flight sergeant from the Second World War.
Yes.
Age 19.
Fantastic history here, and we don't really want to hang around too long because obviously, like we said earlier, we're running low on time, so we're going to press on again onto our next checkpoint, and we'll see you when we get there. So we've just arrived at Leomani Tower. We wanted to sort of stop here and have a bite to eat, but it looks like the weather's beginning to change a little bit for the worst. So we're going to try and get back to Birch Green nice and quickly and have a bite to eat there. We know there's somewhere we can sit and have some lunch there as well, which is nice. Leomani Tower, an old King Henry VIII estate. I've not really managed to find out much history about it because it's not like National Trust or English Heritage or anything. So we're going to crack on, and we'll see you at the next checkpoint, hopefully at Birch Green. So we've just come to Birch Green now. It's starting to rain a little bit. We've donned our raincoats. We've had a bit to eat, a bit of early lunch. How are we doing in terms of stats at the moment, Harrison?
We have climbed 578 feet. We've been walking for 3 hours and 20 minutes and done 8.5 miles.
8.5 miles. That's not too bad. So we're just under halfway. Not got that much further to go till we get to halfway. Our next checkpoint from here, I believe, is getting on towards Abberton and then over towards the St Andrew's Church at Abberton. So we're going to walk on that way, and looks like the sun's just trying to poke its way out a little bit. Quite nice. It's getting chilly just sitting here eating, so we're looking forward to getting walking again, getting a bit of the blood flowing and getting a bit warmer. But yeah, we'll do a bit of a walk and talk in a bit. See you there. So we're just over about 3 hours into the walk, isn't that right, Harrison?
3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, that's not bad time for walking. It's about midday now, and the sun hasn't really popped very high up in the sky. You can just about see Abberton off in the horizon. It's always nice to walk along this bit of South Colchester. So yeah, we've seen a bit of rain today. It's not often I get out walking in the rain, but it was nice rain today. Wasn't too wet. Dried off pretty quickly, so no worries there. But one of the things that has been catching the both of us out a bit has been this mud. Obviously living in Essex, we're quite accustomed to the clay in the area, or the London clay, so walking over it tends to be a bit of a task. You end up slipping more than you end up sinking into it. It just gets stuck to the bottom of your boots, and then you're walking along with all this extra weight stuck on you. It's a bit horrible really, but short walk on a road, all comes off. Dip your boots in the water, in the puddles, it quickly dissolves. No big issues really. How are you finding the day so far, Harrison?
Yeah, not too bad, going strong. First walk in a while. First one in probably about a month, so nice to get back into it. A bit different to Yorkshire. Yeah, going strong.
Yeah, a bit more flat over here. Mind you, we've had a bit of diverse terrain today, especially here by Atherton. We've got a bit of a descent down towards the reservoir, and we've had some nice open views as well. And the sky, it's always interesting to see the sky doing its sort of wintry autumnal stuff. So yeah, fantastic walking. So we've just arrived at St Andrew's Church, and we've just done the walk over from Leomani, which was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah, not too bad.
So basically, as you've seen, we did the long walk from Leomani Tower over to Birch Green, and Birch Green all across the top, and then we found a new footpath we've never found before. We've done this walk before, but never, you know, I don't know if we didn't realise there was a footpath here, or if it's brand new, it's something that's been done over the lockdown. But it went all the way up to the dam, around the dam, and then back up the side of the dam. Some of that we've already done. But when we were at the base of the dam, as you've just seen, we went right across the outlet of Leia Brook, and that was the closest thing we've done to a river crossing in all of our walking.
Indeed.
But yeah, absolutely fantastic. It's nice to see new footpaths, new walking infrastructure out there. But we're at one of our favourite places, which is St Andrew's Church, with a magnificent view over the whole reservoir, and obviously feeling a bit of the Scottish vibes. I've got my Isle of Arran Challenge t-shirt on. Obviously a few months ago went back up to Arran, had a bit of a visit, helped out within the community where I could, getting money into all of the local businesses there. It's important more than ever at the moment to try and help out our local businesses, so that was really nice. How are we doing in terms of stats at the moment, Harrison?
Right, so in the whole walk so far we have climbed 798 feet, walking 5 hours and 10 minutes, and we've covered a distance of 13.1 miles. So we've done a half marathon right here. This is a half marathon point. Exactly.
That is so cool. That is so cool. So we're gonna have a bite to eat again, bit of rest. We don't want to stay here too long, because although the sun looks low in the sky at the moment, it's pretty much been this low all day. But we're not sort of expecting it to hang around. By about 4 o'clock it will be dark, so we want to make the most of the sunlight as we can. So yeah, we're gonna crack on in a bit and head into Friday Woods, get a few views through Friday Woods, and then hopefully the river isn't too boggy going over the river there. But yeah, we'll see you in a bit. So as you've just seen, we've walked the whole way from Aberton Church, St Andrews, all the way here, through Friday Woods. Really pretty views. The sun's setting behind us. We're a bit worried we might not make it back before the sunset, but we'll try the best we can. It's not actually that far to go, is it?
No, I reckon another 3 miles maybe.
Another 3 miles. We'll get that done before sunset, hopefully. But yeah, how are we doing in terms of statistics at the moment?
Oh, well, fancy you asking. So we're almost at 1,000 feet climbed, walking just over 6 hours and 15.71 miles.
Well, What a day, what a day. Well, we're going to crack on because we don't want to waste any more precious sunlight. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy the views on the way in. We'll see you when we get to Gosbecks. So we're pretty much at the end of our walk now at Gosbecks. We've just basically come to the amphitheatre. We've been here before. We came here on our Centurions Patrol training walk, which myself and Harrison both did together. The lighting's a bit low, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to enforce a bit of time travel just to sort that issue out. So if you're watching this, we're back at the mill, and that's because on our walk we've accidentally ran out of sunlight, which we were hoping wouldn't happen, but what can you do, eh? Sun's only around for so many hours in the day, and we've got a walk to do. We would have completed the walk, there's no doubt about it, because I've got to get back to the car anyway. So but yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed watching this video. We've got another walk coming up, which we're going to go do up at Sutton Hoo soon, so we're looking forward to doing that, and we're going to make another video of it so you enjoy it. Really pretty scenery up there, so make sure you sort of, you know, press the notification button down there so you're notified of when that video comes out. We're looking at doing it on the 28th of December, so expect a video just a few days after that. But yeah, thanks for watching today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. A bit of a ramble around the Roman River Valley, really pretty views, and so yeah, we're going to disappear off. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Follow us on all of our social media. Do you have any other comments, Harrison?
No, I think you covered everything. That's good.
There we are.
Sweet.
See you later.